Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 830 and today's topic is smoke and fog making chemicals and commonly known as uh, screening smoke, and there are some chemicals which are responsible of producing smoke and fogs, and this smoke and fog, they are different in the sense that smoke is produced by the dispersion of this minute particle in air, that is called true smoke, and fog is the very small droplet of liquid dispersed in the air, that is actually fog. So artificially we can produce fog and smoke just to protect ourselves from the enemy attack. And this most common chemical of producing the smoke is white phosphorus. So the molten white phosphorus is taken in shell or grenade or in the form of bomb, and then it is exploded. And once it is exploded, there is a dense smoke is produced, and where visibility will be almost zero. And even sometimes it is produced up to that extent that we can even screen by smoke the whole city or whole town. But nowadays, in this latest technology, the screening smoke cannot protect very well, because now there is remote sensing, very sophisticated camera, and they can be located by IR, that is infrared remote sensing. But still this is artificial fog and smokes are produced during war, so that under the protection of this fog and smoke, army can protect and can move. So here the smokes and fog producing chemicals, and that is called screening smokes. Number one, a smoke screen is smoke released to mask the movement or location of military units such as infantry, tanks, aircrafts and ships. Smoke screens are commonly deployed either by a canister or by generated by vehicle. Number two, smoke screens were originally used to hide movement from enemies line of sight, but now in modern technology they can be screened in the IR spectrum or by remote sensors or by blocking laser beams of the enemy target. So here number three, the various chemicals have been used to produce smokes or fogs or sometimes mist, which are basically of two components. A is that is dispersion of solid particles in air, and dispersion of solid particles in the air, that is called true smoke and air, and which correspond to a true smoke. B, dispersions of minute liquid droplets which resembles natural fog. So these two artificial smoke and fogs are produced chemically and they exactly look like natural smoke or fog. And natural smoke is nothing but the hanging of the minute solid particle in the air, and fog is the hanging of the minute liquid droplet in the air. Much of the hiding effects of all smokes is due to their ability to scatter the light rays by reflection. So that is actually their hiding effect. Dense effect is because of reflection and scattered of the light. Smokes may be dispersed by the following method. First method is that is called mechanical, second is thermal, and third is chemical. So these three methods are there to produce the smoke and fog. And even to screen whole city or town. So if suppose we are aiming to put whole Maiduguri city in smoke screen, so just we can have some few cells of white phosphorus molten, and by mechanically or by chemically or by thermal explosion, within few minutes the whole city will be in the total smoke, dark, nobody will see each other. So that is the role of multi people to hide themselves and others will not see it. Number 4, the most important substance for producing the smoke is white phosphorus, and this white phosphorus is loaded in the molten state directly into cells, bombs and grenades. The material is dissipated by the force of the explosion and immediately burns. That white phosphorus will burn immediately in the air, and it will be converted into phosphorus pentoxide, that is P2O5, and this P2O5 it will be very dense smoke screen, and this is the most efficient way of producing screen smoke, and which can cause even coughing. So this this smoke which is produced out of white phosphorus in the form of phosphorus pentoxide will immediately affect your trachea and you will start coughing. Of course, it is not dangerous, it is not going to make any injury to your lung, but it will give you psychological impact, and immediately people will run away because heavy screen of smoke and then coughing, and then they will be totally confused. So number 5, that is called hexachloroethane, HC. That is a ethane with 6 chlorine, that is called hexachloroethane. It is used to produce the mist and smoke. It is used as a mixture with finely powdered aluminum and zinc oxide, which are started by fuse. So aluminum plus zinc oxide, you will get the 3Zn plus Al2O3, and this 3Zn plus C2Cl6, that is your hexachloroethane, will combine and you will get 3ZnCl2 plus 2C, and this is your actually zinc chloride, which is hygroscopic, means in air it will capture the moist droplets, attracts moisture from the air to form fog. The Al2O3 deflects the light rays and carbon color cloud gray. The floating smoke is hygroscopic chlorides in the air. Number 6, it is called sulfur trioxide chlorosulfonic acid. It is an acidic type of smoke, and this compound is hydrolyzed in the air as follows: SO3 plus H2O. It will give you H2SO4 is sulfuric acid, and plus ClSO3H plus H2O. It will give you H2SO4 plus HCl. So it is the combination of two acids, that is H2SO4 and HCl. Both are acidic, and the fumes of this liquid mixture is highly acidic and mainly used in low flying aeroplanes. 7 is that is oil vapor mist, or sometimes it is called oil fog. Is a light boiling petroleum fractions which when heated and mixed with steam produces steam oil particles, and this mixture of steam oil particle is a dense smoke, and also sometimes this smoke is made deeply colored like anthraquinone dye. Such dye, if it is added in this, then that smoke will be dark in color. So with this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.